Hello, let's discuss easy question from Codechef. Start as 180. Chef wants to construct two special strings S and T of length n using only characters A, B, C for a coding challenge. Both strings must satisfy no two adjacent characters are same. Their longest common subsequence is exactly key. Chef needs your help to determine if it is possible to construct such strings S and T. If it is possible, output the strings, else print -1. Given two subsequences, the longest common subsequence is the longest sequence that can be derived from both original sequences by deleting some elements without changing order of remaining elements. Unlike such strings, the characters of a subsequence do not need to occupy consecutive positions. The length of string can go up to 1000 and k is less than or equal to n. For example, the first test case is n is equal to 1 and k is equal to 0. So there should not be any single letter matching in the both. So the first one is A and second one is B. It will satisfy the given condition. The first string can be B and second can be C. The first can be C and the second one can be B and so on. So for example, if the second one is 30, the answer is -1. So we cannot construct the given strings with the condition. Let's see some examples and observations. First, let's understand what is longest common subsequence. For example, if the first string is ABA and the second one is BCAC. So how to find the LCS of these both? So LCS is the common subsequence of both, where subsequence should be in the same order but not in any other opposite order. So for example, here BCA of both strings are in the same order. BCA, the first one is B, the second is somewhere C, and somewhere next to it A. So it is common subsequence of both and it is the longest one. So LCS is 3. So for a given string, let's check what are the possible values of k such that both strings S and T exist. For example, let's take a simplest string ABAB. Why this is simplest? Because we have only 3 characters and we cannot construct a string with only one letter because no two adjacent should be same. So the simplest one is ABAB or BCBC, something like that. Let's take ABAB. So and let's check what are the values of k that are possible. So and the other simplest string possible is BCBC. So the LCS of these both is 2 and it is BB. So LCS is 2 and similarly for BCBA it is BB and for BABC it is BAB. It is of length 3 and for the same string itself it is 4. It is not possible to get LCS of 1 because we should use at least 2 characters in both. Say for example, we use any other string of 4 letters with given condition satisfied. If we try to construct ABAC, then there are 3. If we are trying to construct BACB, even then BAB, it is of length 3. So obviously 2 letters must match in both S and T. So if the k is less than 2, it is not possible to construct strings. And if it is greater than or equal to 2 and less than length 4, it is possible to create a string. So from this we can understand that if the string length is n, it is not possible to construct S and T if it is strictly less than n by 2, and it is possible if it is greater than or equal to n by 2 and less than n. So now let's think how to construct the strings originally. So let's take again the simplest string ABABA and let's try to come up with a solution with decreasing k, and we are able to find from the answer of previous one. For example, the highest value of k that is possible is k is equal to 5 because the whole length is ABABA, the whole string is ABABA. So both S and T can be this and LCS is both 5. So for this the LCS is 5. And now let's think of a case when the answer will be 4. When it will be 4? When some 4 other letters are same or and one other letter is different. So the simplest string which have length LCS of 4 is CBABA because these 4 are same and we are just changing the first one. and for example we are trying to make it k is equal to 3, then we can change the third letter or second index to C. So now the common sequence will be BBA, which is of length 3. And for example, if we are trying to make it of k is equal to 2, then we can replace all these by C. And now the common subsequence will be B, which is of length 2. And as we discussed, the length is 5, and we cannot get two strings S and T such that they have LCS of 1, because it is strictly less than 2, which is 5 by 2. So by seeing this, we can somewhere infer that we are trying to change all indexes which are odd consequently, so that the remaining letters will be matched exactly as that one before. We are trying to increment all even indices to the other letter, or we are changing all odd letters, all indices to the next letter. For example, it is ABAB initially, and if the T is also ABABA, the whole the string is matched. So the answer is 5. Now we are trying to make it 4. So 4 should be matched and only 1 should not be matched. So let's assume that we are trying to make all the odd one changed subsequently. So initially we are picking the first one, which is the first letter or 0th index. So we are changing this to C. Why only C? Because 4 characters should be matched. So if I change the first one to B, the given condition is not satisfied, that two adjacent letters are not same. So we can convert A to only C. So by this the LCS is 4. And to make this work for 3, we can change this index also to C, so that BBI is matched and the length is 3, and so on. So the main idea is we construct two same strings, ABA, BA, and so on, or the strings with two letters common, where all even indices are A or B or C, and other all odd indices are not the above letter. And we can make the both strings equal initially, and we can change the number of letters, which is n minus k, because k letters should be matched in the both, so n minus k should not be matched. Let's see the code. Initially we are inputting n and k. If the string length is 1, n is equal to 1. So if k is equal to 1, only one letter should be matched. So it can be B, B, or AA, or CC. And if k is equal to 0, no letters should be matched. So if the first one is A, the second one should be B or C, and subsequently other. If k is equal to not 0 or 1 for n is equal to 1, it is not possible to construct the strings. So it is -1. And as we discussed, the k should, if the k is less than 1 by 2 or it is greater than n, we are sure that we cannot construct two strings S and T with LCS k. So we are initially trying to make A, B, A, B, and so on, and trying to make both S and T are equal, as we discussed here, the most simplest one. And now the number of characters that to be replaced are n minus k, because the both are length n and k should be matched. So the to be replaced characters are n minus k, and the characters replaced till now are replaced, which is 0 initially. So we are trying to make all even indices the next letter, or all indices to the next letter. So if replaced is less than replace, so there are some letters even to be replaced now to match n minus k. So we are changing that to C, because the initial string is AB, so we are converting that to C. And as we replaced this, replaced plus plus, so we are adding this to the replaced count. So finally, after all, we can get two strings where LCS is k, and n minus k letters are different in both. So finally, we are printing the both strings. Drop a like if you have any doubts. Post in the comments below. See you in the next video.